What the bloody hell?
It's rocker time.
Well, greetings, rockers. So nice to have you back here at the Rock Garden. Of course, I'm Rocker Talker, and it's been splendid. I can't tell you how much I appreciate those of you who are spreading the word. More and more people finding out about Rocker Talker, and it's just wonderful to be able to share the good rock news with everybody. That's just the way it is. We love it, love it. Come on. There's just no end to how many rockers we can accommodate in here. I want the more, the merrier. I want to hear from you. I want to experience you. I want you to tell me what you want, and I want to give it to you. It's beautiful. As I've said many times, it's all for one and one for all. Rock! Yes. Okay, so now we're going to cut right to the chase with this song by Paul McCartney and Wings, one of the early songs they did after they left the Beatles. I was surprised, by the way, to find out that Wings didn't come about like I had thought. I just figured that, I don't know, I have this image in my mind that Paul McCartney, well, he was a Beatle, very sad about the breakup, of course. And I know people say they blame Yoko, but I've said this before many times. John Lennon knew what he was doing, okay? It was John's deal. And I don't think, had it not been for John going away, because of course, I feel like I'm waiting on sacred ground here, but I think the Beatles would have stayed together, forever perhaps, if Paul and the rest of the Beatles would have had their way. Certainly I don't think Ringo would have said, "Oh, I'm leaving the band." Never seen that. George Harrison not seeing that. So, anyway, afterwards, though, Wings, I figure it's because of like Beatles kind of have, it was sort of a metaphorical situation where they have little wings, but they don't really fly. And so once I leave this group, I'm gonna have wings. And I think that it must have been somewhat of a relief. Howbeit, I can't say as I can point to anything Paul has said. I sometimes think of some of these interviews, Paul sort of tells you what he thinks you want to hear because he gets tired of trying to contradict. But I think that Paul really, there was parts of him, and this obviously maybe the same, but John was just like, I'm done with this kind of, I think, that's my feeling. Howbeit, there was so much still going on, but they're like brothers. I don't know. So I think Paul's like, if I ever get out of here, I'm really gonna turn it loose, and I have complete freedom for once in my life to just do it the way I want to do it. So I digress a little, because it's all sort of important to have context, at least as I see it. And that is the song rock band Venus and Mars. This song is one of my favorites by Paul. In fact, I really liked also a couple that never really got much radio play. Wino Junko was one of them, and Beware My Love. I thought those two really should have gotten more radio play love, but I guess the radio was already busy enough with the others that they had taken on that were, pretty, big songs. So this song, Venus and Mars, the rock show, I also feel got, at least where I was, places I was, I don't think I ever heard it hardly at all. And it was a big song for Paul McCartney and Wings, but it did not get anywhere near the play that a lot of his other songs did, again, where I was. But it just starts out, it's really mellow. It's like he's sitting there, it's like he's getting ready for the show. Now let's listen for this for a second.
Sitting in the stand of the sports arena, waiting for the show to begin.
Okay, and then he's like, red light, green light, strawberry wine. A good friend of mine, follows the stars, Venus and Mars, all light tonight. So it's like this, getting this build up for this, what's going to happen, which really was the build up for his tour. It really was the first song coming out of the tour. He wanted it to be something kind of, give that feel like, okay, here we go, because you've got to remember, he wasn't live. The Beatles, they stopped going live in 66. So this was his first time to really get, so it must have been exciting to do the real live tour. And so he wanted to give it that feel, that little bit of that build up, that excitement. And then he goes into the whole thing, and the colors, I love the colors, the image that he paints on the song, the lyrics. Let's just take a little brief listen to some of these lyrics here. It's just so much fun. It's very playful, and it's exciting. And here now, and then of course it flashes. He goes back and forth. He goes to the crowd, the people who are coming to see the concert on the one hand, and then he comes back up, to the actual show, the stage, and this kind of this flip flop back and forth to give you the experience, almost vocally, as if it was like a camera going here. Oh, check out this, the band, check them out. And then coming over here, check out the people in the people coming to the show. So it's like, well, here we go, there we are. He paints this fun little picture. And then I really love this. I love this.
My green metal suit, I'm preparing to shoot up the city.
Yes.
And the ring at the end of my nose makes me look rather pretty.
And rock show. Here we go. Oh, it's beautiful. And so much of what he did was made really big hits. They were hit songs, but it's really pop. I'm as much as I really respect Sir Paul as maybe being the all-time greatest writer, at this point in time in terms of hits, if we really want to go into what's popular and what's really sold the records, I've got to give it to him. And the Bee Gees, of all things. Again, pop. But when it comes to rock, actual rock, Paul McCartney and Wings is fairly limited. Not to cut it out. A lot of songs were, like I said, Beware My Love, Why No Jungle. There was some of these that just were fantastic. Live and Let Die, even though it was so commercialized, was a pretty good rock song. And of course, Band on the Run and so on. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. If you haven't heard this song before, it's been a while, maybe you want to go check it out and re-experience it. It's worth it, believe me. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to part and leave the rock garden for now. But I want everyone to know you can easily contact me. Whether if you are, for example, you want me to do a pitch for you, you want me to use my voice and my celebrity to pitch your rock-related service or items, please just let me know. Talk to me directly. I don't use agents anymore. Don't need them. Don't bloody need them. Most of the time, they were just more trouble than they were worth anyway. Or if you're a band and you want me to do an interview, I do this for no charge. If you're a really good rock band and you just want to get, you want to get interviewed by The Rocker, I'm here for you. So, additionally, I want everybody to know If you have any comments or suggestions, anything at all of this, you can all reach me at rockataka.com, by the way. That's where, you contact me through rockataka.com. But if you're here on YouTube and you haven't already subscribed, please do, because I want to make sure that you always be able to get any videos I've released, just to make sure you hit that bell so that you'll be notified. And of course, hit the like button if you like what you hear, all right? So, for now, rockers, Rockataka rock fans, rock on with your bad self. And remember, I know it's only rock and roll, but I love it!